What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another Bracketology update. It is the February 16th edition. First off, I want to thank you guys once again from the last video I did on reaching 100 subscribers. Was really awesome. Had a lot of great comments as well from the latest Bracketology video. Quite a lot of good conversations going on with certain teams. I want to thank you guys for that. Let's keep that going. As we get closer to March Madness, like I said, I'm going to have different videos coming up in the coming weeks. Probably starting in about 10 to 14 days. I'm not sure, but working it out. There's been some interesting results over the last few days. Let's go ahead and break things down. We have a lot of teams moving down this week, a lot more trending down. Not a lot of teams trending up, but we have some new teams that made the list, some teams returning to the list. Most notably, Western Kentucky in Region 1, the 12 seed. Colgate, a 13 seed in Region 2, along with Vermont, 15 seed. Region 3, 13 seed Wright State, and then 13 seed UC Santa Barbara in Region 4. Your 1 seeds haven't changed. The 2 seeds haven't changed. Some 3 seed movement, and then the rest is history. Let's go and get right into it. Oh, whoops, wrong one. Gonna go through this a little bit faster today. Of course, Gonzaga is like 20-1. I mean, we all know they're good. LSU, San Diego State. LSU upset Tennessee, but San Diego State, I'm going to pick San Diego State. I haven't picked them in a while. Besides, they play very well. They can play very, very well. I got to notice that recently they've been scoring a bit more. When everyone's able to kind of fill in their role, kind of find their identity, it's a scary team right there. Watch out for San Diego State. USC, Western Kentucky. I mean, USC's been doing good, but I have not liked the Pac-12 this year. And Western Kentucky has Charles Bassey. I think he's going to be too much in this game. I'm going with the upset, actually. A lot of you are going to be kind of like, well, you had USC in the Sweet 16 recently, but it's all about the matchup. And I think Western Kentucky's kind of a sleeper, just a little bit. I'm not saying entirely, but USC's kind of in a weaker Pac-12 conference this year. Just teams are kind of struggling to find their identity in that conference. Texas Tech over Toledo. Toledo's slipping a little bit. Texas Tech, though, just got beat by West Virginia. They got swept by them recently. They're on COVID pause right now. Texas Tech's still a dangerous team. Can't count them out. I'm going to go with North Carolina in the upset. Like Colorado, I think's just... I'm not too into them, like I said. I mean, UNC has the coaching experience. I think Roy Williams will get his team in the right mindset. I know they've been struggling this year, but you never know. You got to go with some different things when it comes down to making your picks. You got to think of other things too. We're going to go Iowa over Grand Canyon. Iowa, though, needs to play better defense. They have won their last 2 games. They're kind of rebounding after that IU loss. I'm still going with IU. I can't trust Clemson. Clemson doesn't score a bunch of points. They're not an offensive powerhouse team. That worries me a little bit when it comes to tournament time. You can't score. You're not going to get far. They only average 65 a game. I'm taking Indiana for that, one of those main reasons. Houston, I'm not sure about Houston. That could be a matchup Indiana favors. I don't know, because Houston seems to be a team that you're not sure if they're all there or not. I mean, that loss to East Carolina really kind of worries me. I'm not sure. I mean, it's like they can lose to anyone. Gonzaga, San Diego State. San Diego State could take Gonzaga to the limit a little bit, but Gonzaga, I think, will edge them out. Texas Tech, Western Kentucky. Ooh, that'd be a physical matchup, especially in the inside. But I think Texas Tech can edge them out. I mean, Western Kentucky, though, they don't remember... If you forgot, they almost beat West Virginia earlier in the season. They have had some close ones with better teams. I know they got beat up by Louisville, but that was earlier in the season. It's all about what you do later in the season, like how you finish things. Iowa, UNC rematch from early December. I'm going to go Iowa to beat them again. Not UNC. You know what? I still think Indy. I know some of you are going to be like, well, they just got beat down by Ohio State. I get that, but it depends on the matchup. And Houston seems to be like a team that, like I said, you don't know if they're going to all be there. I know they've kind of been dominating some games, and then you got the loss against East Carolina, and then it's like, they got talent. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I don't know, man. Houston's going to be a team that's really tricky to predict, I think, come March. I was more confident about them earlier in the season, not so much now. Gonzaga, Texas Tech, I don't think Texas Tech will beat them. And then I got to go Iowa to get revenge on the season series sweep against Indiana. I don't think Indiana can beat them a third time. I think Iowa's going to learn their lesson from the first 2 times. And then we got a heck of an Elite Eight game here. It's a rematch again from later December last year, and I'm going with Gonzaga. I just think Gonzaga too dangerous. Iowa, I think, will be a little bit closer this time around, but I just don't see it. I just don't see it happening. Gonzaga is a buzzsaw for real. Ohio State over James Madison. We're going to the Region 4, by the way, bottom left. I'm going to go Loyola Chicago to upset Louisville. I know Loyola just split with Drake, but Loyola, I think, is still a dangerous team nonetheless. I don't know what happened there in that second game. That's kind of awkward. Missouri versus Stanford, Colorado State. I don't know if either of these teams can beat Missouri. Ole Miss just beat Missouri. God, that was... Ole Miss. I'm not sure why Ole Miss is not in this one because they just beat down Missouri. They had Jeremiah Tillman during that game, and he only scored 6 points. I don't know who to pick here. I really don't. Missouri, I think Missouri can edge them out. Stanford, I think, is who would win that playing game, by the way. Texas and UC Santa Barbara. Texas has got to start figuring it out. Virginia Tech versus Boise State, St. Bonaventure. I'm going to take Virginia Tech. I just think Boise State's they've been trending in the wrong direction a little bit. St. Bonaventure is also trending in the wrong direction just a little bit. They just lost to VCU. VCU is a good team, though. Can't count them out. Oh, getting ahead of myself. West Virginia over Winthrop. If it'll let me pick West Virginia. Rutgers, I'm going to go Rutgers over Seton Hall. I know I kind of went with Seton Hall there a little bit, but like I said, all about the matchup. Rutgers, I think, can definitely still... You never know. Alabama, been having some conversations about with people in the comments about Alabama. Alabama, a very dangerous team. They're like first in defensive efficiency, from what I've heard. They do shoot the ball very, very well. I think right now it's going to come down to them and Missouri or somehow be LSU or Florida in the SEC final. I think Alabama will probably get to the SEC final. Wouldn't be surprised. Now, here's an interesting game right here. I think Loyola could upset Ohio State, but I'm going to go Ohio State. Some people think Ohio State might be not the team we think they are. I don't know. I haven't seen anything different yet, so I'm not going to go in that direction. Ohio State's gotten some quality wins this year. They do face Michigan next week. We're going to find out a lot about them this upcoming Sunday, I think, is when they face them. I'm going to go Texas over Missouri, Virginia Tech, West Virginia. I have to go West Virginia. I know they got swept by Oklahoma, but West Virginia, the fight in this team, I think is one thing that brings about my likeness for them. They don't quit. They do not quit. And I'm going with Alabama, which would set up a tremendous must-watch Sweet 16 game. Ohio State versus Texas. Could be. Texas could beat Ohio State. Ohio State, though, here's the thing. Ohio State plays good ball. I got to go with Ohio State. They're just playing better right now. And what a matchup here. Could you imagine if we got this matchup in the tournament? Some would say Alabama would destroy West Virginia. I don't think that'd be personally the case, but West Virginia, could they get past Alabama? Can they keep up with their shooting? I'm going to say no. It's going to be hard for a team to keep up with Alabama. They play pretty fast. You could see they play fast, too, just by their scoring alone, how much they average per game, which would set up a freaking heck of a Elite Eight game. And personally myself, I had maybe a bit of a strange opinion on them. I haven't watched a whole bunch of them this year, but, sometimes some aided help with information and comments definitely helps, and I always appreciate that from you guys. You know what? We're gonna do it. I'm gonna take Alabama to the Final Four. I'm gonna mix things up a little bit. I haven't taken it to the Final Four yet, I think, so let's do it. It's just Ohio State. Do I think they can keep up? I don't know. Alabama's a dangerous team, but we'll see what happens. Baylor versus the playing game. Baylor is on COVID pause, but Well, BYU over Xavier. Xavier just lost to a not 100% UConn team. I'm going to go Belmont. Wisconsin just... First off, why is Wisconsin still ranked? Why, they should not be ranked anymore. Absolutely not. That team's such garbage. They just gave up 14 to Michigan. I know Michigan came off a COVID pause, but seriously, Wisconsin had that one. Then they went cold in the second half. Not liking them. And why not? I mean, Tennessee's just a bunch of frauds, I think, at this point. I don't know. Tennessee's playing like it, and they shouldn't even be ranked either, I think, personally. They're not even trending in the right direction. They're so on and off this year, it's not even funny. And I just looked up some stats on Colgate, and oh my god, they score a bunch of points. Is it in a weaker conference? Sure, but Colgate produces a lot of offensive efficiency. Holy hell. Kansas VCU, actually, for those who might, longtime March Madness fan viewers might remember this being this was an Elite Eight matchup from 2011, and VCU upset Kansas. I think this one, Kansas gets to VCU, although Kansas could lose that game. Virginia just got walloped by Florida State last night. Florida State looks like a very dangerous team. I just don't know if Virginia's even gotten into it at this point, you know? Like, could they lose here? Yes. I'm going to still pick them, though. I know they got a little bit there. They got something there in terms of talent. Arkansas playing good ball. Oregon, not so much. Arkansas really coming about as of late. They just got back one of their forwards, and they've been really starting to kind of come about lately. Arkansas could be a sneaky team in the tournament. Please keep an eye on them. I know earlier on I was like, why the hell is Arkansas even on here? But then, of course, as they started getting the conference play, I started seeing it slowly but surely. Illinois, oh my goodness. Illinois literally had a scare there against Nebraska. Yeah, Nebraska. Oh my God, if Illinois would have lost that game, let's not even talk about it. Let's move on. Baylor over BYU. We're going Belmont over Colgate. Kansas and Virginia. I can see Kansas beat Virginia. Didn't I have a matchup? Did I have this matchup in a few bracketologies ago? Why? Oh gosh, this is an ugly game. This really is, because who do you trust? Seriously, who do you trust more in this game? Ooh, I don't want to frickin' do this. I'm gonna go Kansas. Virginia, I think's even. I don't know anymore. It's a coin flip. Just might as well put both of them there, because I don't even want to decide on it. I'm gonna go Illinois. Although Arkansas could push Illinois for sure. I think Illinois is gonna get pushed in this tournament, but I think they'll find their way out of it to fight back. Baylor is going to end Belmont's run. I think Illinois will end Kansas's run. I still think Illinois can get to the Final Four. Baylor's flaky history in the tournament in the last decade, I don't like so much. You can have an amazing team, and then at some point down the line, that pressure gets to you, and it can happen if they go undefeated especially. Pressure will be on them. Michigan over Texas State, Oklahoma State over UCLA. The UCLA's just been... Creighton, where did that come from? I've been talking about how they've been in these really close games, and all of a sudden they pull that out of their head against Villanova. Unfreaking real. Okay, I guess Creighton just shut me up there a little bit, but Florida State, you're going to run into Florida State, and yeah, we already know. That'd be an exciting round of 32 game. Purdue, Drake, that's a weird game because I'm going to go with Drake in the upset. I think... Purdue is like I don't know, they've had some key wins and then they've had some key losses. It's like both directions there a bit. Oklahoma's playing very well. They just swept West Virginia. What a heck of a win for Oklahoma. My goodness. Florida over Minnesota. Minnesota needs to win a game on the road, or else I'm probably not going to be picking them at all in the tournament. Villanova. Yeah, Villanova just got beat down by Creighton. Lost by 16 there. I'm not liking Villanova's direction right now. Ever since they came off COVID pause, they have not looked the same. Michigan over Oklahoma State. Could be a good game. That will be a good game, I think. I think they'll push Michigan. And then how about this Elite Eight matchup? I'm going with the team that has better defense, and that's Florida State. Florida State, did you see that game against Virginia last night? Holy crap, dude. Florida State just kept dropping three after three after three, and it was like, oh, wow. Just, Florida State is one of the most complete teams right now. Oklahoma, Drake, we're going to go Oklahoma, and then I'm going to pick Florida to upset Villanova. I did this the last time. I'm not on the Villanova train at all, and I think Villanova might lose early in the tournament. It just depends. I mean, I could be wrong. Never know. This is my opinion, though. If you think Villanova can get farther, then sure, they could. It's just, I have not liked their vibe lately. I really haven't. This team has been kind of everywhere a little bit. Michigan, Florida State. This would be an Elite Eight rematch from 2018. I would love to see this game. I do like both these teams. I like Florida State more, though. But who do I think would win this game? I have no freaking idea. I think when it comes down to coaching experience, I'm going to get hate for this in the comments. I have to go with FSU. I have to. There's just something about this team this year. I know I've been picking them to lose a little bit earlier lately. It's just the matchup and then the trends. Like I said before, I'm gonna make this more clear at the beginning of each video in the upcoming bracketology videos and future ones. This is how I do this. It's how basically, and I'm sure others do this as well anyway, of course, but just to make it clear and upfront, I do these in the sense of it's now, or having it happening now. In Michigan, Michigan could have a bad game. You never know. Florida State's been on point. They got Leonard Hamilton has such great. It's like the dude's got a great sense of direction with this team. This has become a power basketball school. I mean, for real. I mean, look at this. Look at how FSU has transitioned over the last several years, especially. And then I'm going to go with Oklahoma to end the. Oh my goodness, I did not think about this. Because I was thinking about this matchup. I was thinking about having this in my Elite Eight. This would be a tremendous game. Could we see Florida State finally back in the Final Four since, the 70s? I don't know when was the last time they've been in the Final Four. Oklahoma, last time they were in the Final Four, yeah, let's just say it was one of the most lopsided games in NCAA tournament history against Villanova, but I don't know who to pick. I really don't know who to pick here. I mean, Oklahoma's beat West Virginia twice. They've knocked off Kansas. They have beaten Texas. They didn't quite get to Texas Tech. Florida State just beat down Virginia. I think quality wins. I don't know who to pick here. I really don't. This is a very tough pick, but I think in the end, I'm going to go Florida State. I don't know. That's a tough one. That's a very tough one. You can go either way with that, but that's just my opinion. I don't know. I think finally this is finally the time Florida State gets to the Final Four. They could. I mean, I think both Florida State, Oklahoma, even Michigan are all Final Four teams. They just need to have. It's just a matchup. A lot of it's about the matchups. I'm gonna get some slack in the comments. I can already see this coming. Some people will be like, "Wow, what in the hell are you doing?" All right, Gonzaga, Alabama. A fun matchup here. Alabama absolutely can beat Gonzaga. It's tempting. It's tempting to pick Alabama because Gonzaga, they faced some defensive teams like West Virginia. That was a higher scoring game. But I think it leans towards Gonzaga's way. Gonzaga really built up this team. I think it's their time again. And then we got Illinois, Florida State. What an unreal matchup this would be, but I have to lean it towards Illinois, who has one of the best closers in Ayo Dosunmu. Gonzaga, Illinois in the national championship. I'm going to go Gonzaga to win the whole thing. All right, I want to thank you guys for watching. Quite an interesting bracketology there. I know, I'm going to get some slack in the comments. Trust me, not picking Michigan to go very far, super far, but you never know. You never know. I will change things up a little bit. Don't worry. It is what it is. But I want to hear what your guys' opinions are on stuff, and I'll see you guys again soon. Take care, everyone.